One of the most fun counterfactuals to think of in history is how could Germany have won the Second World War? And the truth is, Germany could have never won the Second World War. Hi, I'm Dan the Historian. If you like history and memes and just other stuff, hit the plus button, leave a comment, share, like, subscribe, and tell me what you think. Anyways, Germany could have never won the Second World War. However we slice it, there is no world or universe in which Germany wins the Second World War. And this is pretty obvious if you look at the Second World War from a perspective of economics and economic history. In his book, Wages of Destruction, historian Adam Tooze lays it out that Germany is essentially 1/4 of the size of the American economy in the 1930s and 40s, and about 1/4 of the economy of the British Empire. They cannot reach the levels of production needed to win the Second World War that would have been needed for them to achieve the goals they were trying to achieve. And the Germans knew this. Even during the invasion of the Soviet Union, which most German officials and generals all supported because they didn't believe that the Soviet Union could defeat their armies. They had fought the Russian Empire during the First World War and thus had lived experience of defeating the Russians, and they had defeated France. But there's one official that could see the writing on the wall. As early as November of 1941, so before the Battle of Moscow, before the Battle of Stalingrad, when everyone thinks the Germans are still going to win deep into the Soviet Union, Fritz Todt, the head of the Reichsminister of Armaments and Munitions, the guy in charge of the war economy, goes to meet Adolf Hitler on the Eastern Front 4 times. And every time he goes, he essentially says, we cannot win this war by military means. And he pushes Adolf Hitler for a solution that is not military to win the war. Because Todt knows, as early as 41, before America's even in the war, that Germany cannot win the Second World War.